anything that I film that I'm auditioning for, I say small state with the big. We're from the smallest state with the biggest heart. That's like my line for Rhode Island. I don't just say Rhode Island.
Did you hear that, or did you just make it up?
No, I just made it up. Unwell.
I'm good.
No,
I'm good.
You're unwell.
I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell. I still have a cough now.
But stay a while, and baby, then you'll see a different side of me. I'm not crazy.
Well, I like the twang at the end there. That was nice.
Thanks. I hear it in that voice in my head.
Is that Matchbox 20?
It is.
Okay.
It's called Unwell.
Yeah, no, I just
in case you were wondering.
Does he have a twang, Rob Thomas?
I'm not crazy. Yeah.
I think you're just adding it. Like I could sing any song with a twang.
I thought it fit.
Ooh, that was loud.
Mary Chrysler.
So okay,
can we approach the elephant in the room?
Yeah, the elephant in the room is this is your birthday gift. We have to do this. This is coming out.
This is coming out next week. So, in like 3 days from now.
Right. So, icto facto, it's a little early for your birthday. The birthday episode is when I should have done it, but we recorded that ahead of time.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. So, just because I don't know if I'll see you on, it's like a Tuesday or something.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday. It's a random day.
So, this is your gift.
I'm so nervous. Did you wrap it yourself?
Yep.
Did you wrap it? I had no idea. I really like this.
Listen, I will say.
You're such a boy through and through. All boys are the same, I swear. Nicholas was.
That's racist.
Like, you guys.
I will say this. I take pride in wrapping gifts. It's horrible and it's shitty, but I always wrap gifts that I give away. Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Instead of just getting like a bag. This side's actually very good. You did very good. I don't know what happened to that one. So
I don't know.
This one's really nice though.
Okay.
What is this?
Excuse me. Oh my God, that sounds terrible on the podcast.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great. Oh, so I should have brought you your Christmas gift. I mean, mine's like small. Maybe I'll just give it to you and it won't be like a pod.
That's okay. I mean, that's not big either, but
I mean, mine's like really small though.
I mean, this also isn't very...
Shut up. Shut up. You're lying. Fuck the wrapping paper. Are you kidding me? Oreo does this?
Yeah, I thought they were so cute.
Wait, this is so cute. How do I open this?
That's a good question. I didn't get that far.
Okay.
I just need to confirm that it was done properly.
Up. How did you even find this?
I don't know either. I have no idea. It came up somehow.
Shut up. What?
It's kind of like it's kind of like when Duncan did the screen print of the donuts, which was really nice.
Yeah, Oreo does this.
Oreo does these as well.
I don't want to have them fall or drop.
Okay.
You know what?
Do you want me to hold it?
I'm gonna attempt to. Wait. Genius.
There you go. Hold one up.
Yep.
So it's a birthday cake flavor because they have like the sprinkles in the cream. It's a white fudge.
Joseph, this is such a cute gift. Look, you're good at gift giving.
So that you can pick like your sprinkles and colors and all that jazz. And
they really let you like customize it. Huh?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you can do white chocolate or regular chocolate, but I think white shows up better with whatever you're going to print on it.
Probably, because I feel like the other one, like...
Chocolate's like, I don't know how it would come out.
You want to know a fun fact? The white chocolate's my favorite.
Is it?
In the Christmas time, they only have the white fudge ones. It's like the white chocolate ones.
Yeah.
Those ones are my favorite.
Well, there you go. I hope you like the birthday cake. I thought those were really good.
I'm sure they're bomb. I don't think I've ever had it. My phone's tweaking right now. Smile, Joseph. No, it was so ugly.
That's what I was aiming for.
Okay, now you have to have one with me.
Okay, let's break bread.
Here you go.
Let's break bread together.
Ready?
How cute. You want to? Are you gonna boomerang
I'm
or something?
boomerang it. My nose is itchy. Ready? My phone is tweaking. Okay.
Wait,
ready?
You gotta count it down.
3, 2, 1. Cheers. Uh-huh.
That's a lot of sugar. It's got sprinkles on the inside of the cream. And then on the outside is like little beads. So
ASMR. Oh! Ew! That one was a gross one.
That was wet. That one was wet. Wait, you gotta do it. You gotta do the bite in there like really slow.
All right, ready? Hold on. Ready. I'm so sorry for those of you who didn't want an ASMR podcast.
It's okay. It's 5 minutes. This is our intro period.
Ready?
That was pretty good. You know, like people make their own sound effects for videos. Mm-hmm. You can download clips or you can make your own. Mm-hmm. It's like a Foley. Yeah.
That was really good.
Except for the heavy breathing, the panting on top.
These are good. These are good. So we have blue and red sprinkles to match the blue and red that we have. It's white. And literally our logo is on there. Hold on. Let me show a close-up to the camera because it's kind of hard to see it.
That's like 5 minutes of like chewing but
there you go. It's a little dark.
Yeah, so shout out Oreo. You can get custom Oreos made called Oreo ID. You can get a little picture put on. You can pick the white or chocolate fudge. I think I don't know what the other flavors were as far as the cream, but I went with birthday cake because like I enjoy it. And then on the side you can pick, I don't know how many different sprinkles. Obviously 2 at least. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
This is such a cute idea to have for like events, gift giving.
They have it in like bigger quantities too, but I mean this is like the standard. I think it's 12 or something. It's like the standard size.
This is like more than enough. It's so good. I don't think I've ever had the birthday cake flavor, but the inside tastes like funfetti.
Yeah. The frosting.
Icing.
Yeah.
Frosting.
Yep.
Yeah, like from Betty Crocker.
Yep.
The one with not necessarily just the funfetti. Mm-hmm. My favorite funfetti frosting, which is the rainbow. I think they call it rainbow sprinkles. Yeah. Instead of it being like just regular sprinkles that you normally have on like an ice cream sundae.
Yep.
They're almost like little circle, like
but
little
they're flat.
spheres. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, those are so good. They're so good. They're so good.
Also, I definitely just stained my. Those are stainable.
Oh shit, huh?
So anyway, happy birthday.
Thanks.
There's your birthday gift.
Thanks, dude.
But that episode will come out in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. 1 week.
Yeah, you're right. 1 week from when this drops. Mm-hmm. It'll be
so the next week.
The Dirty 30.
Guys, we were proactive with this. We filmed the rest of December. We're done.
Yeah.
We already filmed our episodes.
We're done.
So the only one we have to do is what is coming out on January 1st, which is crazy.
I know, our New Year's episode. Which is good. I don't know if people like that we jump ahead or we don't. I don't know. Sometimes people are weird.
People can't even tell.
That's true.
Unless I bring it up.
It's not like current events usually. So, but I mean, this one kind of was. So that's why we filmed the other 2, and then we're backtracking to this one. So
yeah, because we had to wait for something to come out in order for us to talk about it, and it was the final episodes of Squid Game: The Challenge,
which I caught. I watched the finale yesterday.
You did?
Can I?
All right, let's hear it. How do you feel? Thoughts?
I'm going to be a little bit of a critic.
I went to the finale, mind you.
You went to the finale?
In New York.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to be a little bit of a critic.
Okay.
The last episode
was fast.
Was a letdown. Not because of who won. Mm-hmm. It was a letdown because it wasn't. I mean, they just the last 2 games that were played, I just thought were very unfulfilling from my standpoint. How did you feel? Because I don't know if you knew what was coming.
No, so this is the one episode that I had no idea what was happening. Mm-hmm. I knew who the top 3 were. Up to the top 3, those people signed extremely hard NDAs. I thought I had a tough NDA. They had insane NDAs.
Yeah.
So the first game, spoiler alert, was they were at a dinner table and they had to choose a shape that would either have no effect, eliminate them, or it was a green one, which essentially allowed them to go to the finale and choose a partner of their choosing. I would have gone first, just like Mai. I think that's a smart decision to make. You're kind of controlling your own fate. You have a 33-ish 0.33% chance. Actually, no, because 2 of them are good. 1 is bad. So you have like a 66% chance of being okay. So she was smart in doing that. She had no result or no consequence. The person who goes second is the person who gets fucked.
Yeah.
Because you have a 50-50 chance of choosing one that either will get you eliminated or one that you get like the advantage of choosing your partner to the finale. Right. The thing that sucked is the fact that Sam took that second spot. No matter what, the third kid, Phil would have been in the finale no matter what now. Because if Sam had chosen the red one, that means that he would have gone through, which is what happened. Right. If he had chosen the green one that he could choose a partner, Sam would have chosen Phil, and then they both would have went through. You're right. So no matter what, Phil was making it to the finale, which was like a smart and solid move for him. Yeah. I didn't know what that game was. I had a feeling after watching the trailer for the finale, like the week before, that one person would be eliminated at the dinner. I just didn't know what they would do. Picking a shape seemed like a weird way of doing it, but I did like that. I didn't mind that. Now fast forward to the next game. I had no idea it was going to be rocks, paper, scissors. Imagine playing rocks, paper, scissors for $4.56 million.
Again, it just was so unfulfilling from my standpoint to be like, those were the last 2 games. It was like, they're both, you could have some sort of a strategy. Mai did, apparently. She had a strategy because she said that men tend to go a certain way, and she was winning the majority of those.
Because Phil was throwing rock.
It was just a little bit like, the other episodes I was in. That last episode, I was like...
I heard a lot of people say that. They didn't like the fact that the last game was rock, paper, scissors. The thing is, and I didn't know this, in Korea, they do rock, paper, scissors competitions. Like, where people win money. Like, there are people, the equivalent of us having, like, a basketball tournament, they do this for rocks, paper, scissors. So it's a big game. So if they're following the trend of what popular games are from Korea, it makes sense that this would be the finale. I didn't know.
Listen, that could be a popular game in Korea. But overall, like I think there's more funner games to play. But
what would you have liked to be a final game? Because mind you, the final game in the real show was called Squid Game, which you see the layout of it. So everyone thinks that they're going to play it or some rendition of it. However, that's a very physical game. They can't do physical games because it's a liability. Like, this isn't the challenge, right? Like on MTV, like they weren't fighting against each other and trying to push people. Like, this was
It was to level the playing field of mind, chance, and maybe some physical, I guess, but very little.
And it was to give people who are like older also the opportunity to go battle against someone who was younger. Yeah. What would you like to have as a finale game instead of rocks, paper, scissors?
I don't know, but maybe something that just had a little bit more, I don't know, it just wasn't like...
Like, would you want them to play like ultimate tag, flag football? Those are little more aggressive, but...
Yeah, maybe not something so physical, I guess, but like maybe something that was a little bit more... It was just like 2 games back to back that were just like mainly chance. A lot of the games were chance, but I just felt like... Yeah. To watch 2 people just play rocks, paper, scissors, shoot for the to find out who went. Like, how did you feel watching it? Did you feel like it was like a tense buildup, or did you feel a little bit like
So I was with maybe like 400 other people watching it, the finale.
You went to New York for the finale.
Yeah. So to watch the crowd reaction to it being rocks, paper, scissors, everyone was like, what the hell, essentially, like people, because none of us saw it coming. So like they built up this suspension that like they're going to be playing Squid Games or a version of it that maybe isn't as physical if they can figure that out, but maybe they couldn't figure it out, which is the reason why they ended up going to this route. They intentionally tried to trick everyone because they didn't need the Squid Game layout of like the square with the triangle. Like they didn't need that. Obviously to play rocks, paper, scissors, but it was a way of confusing, I guess, people, tricking people into thinking that it was going to be one thing versus the next. It's weird because I didn't think there would be any sort of strategy in rocks, paper, scissors. To me, it's chance and like intuition and just kind of like feeling it out. Yeah. But according to there is apparently some strategy, I guess. I didn't think that there would be in a game like that.
I mean, she made good observations as far as like, you know, males maybe go towards rock and scissors first because they would be like the more dominant of the thing. So you could pick up on trends that people are throwing. Yeah. But you have to really pay attention. I mean, on the outside looking in, it's like there could be a strategy, and I'm sure that there was, and from her experience there was, but it just, I don't know. I just was like
strictly chance.
It was like watching Smile. Smile was great the whole way until the end, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, because then you saw what the thing was.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. It just, the dinner with it was just a button pushing, and then the rocks, paper, scissors.
Do you think you would have liked something that would have been less chance and more skill-based? Like a skill game? Like red light, green light, like the cookie, like the marbles game? Yeah. You would rather it be more skill than chance?
I think so. I mean, I'd say the game before it was definitely more chance than anything.
That was 100% chance.
Because it's like, how would you know? I mean,
the only skill is to not go second, no matter what.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, rocks, paper, scissors to me was just like, I don't know. It was like, I don't know. I hate to shit on it because I was into it up until the end, but like, I felt like they were like playing patty cake. I'm like, this is how we're going to fucking determine like,
who won?
Like, really? After all these games and all these things, like, it was that?
What I do have to say is my favorite part, and it's the part that gives me chills, is the winner was Mai, and Mai says, like, no matter what you've gone through, no matter what you've dealt with, the obstacles, like, you can be a winner. She's like, I am the winner. And it gives me chills because then it cuts into like a bright and shiny day, and then it shows where everyone is at. Everyone from the show, not everyone, but a lot of people from the show where they're at. Like Brighton was at the gym, Leanne and Trey were like playing like ping pong ball. Chad was riding his little like Vespa like around from work. So it was really cute. Rick had his bees.
Phil was scuba diving.
Yeah. Like people were just kind of in their element. B was in London. Yep. So it gives me the chills to like, and these are all like people that I know. So even though that kind of threw me off and it wasn't what I was expecting in the least bit, especially with the key situation of like trying to find the right key. Cause I was like, what do they do? Like
even that was chance.
That was chance. Yeah. Cause for me, I was like, I instantly went to like, okay, if you win one round, like, are you going to be the winner? Is it best 2 out of 3? And then when they brought in the key situation and talked about it, I was like, oh, I see.
Yep.
But this is our winner, Miss Mai. I saw her and I was like, she looks like a millionaire. She won. She definitely won. And I was right. I knew she won. She looks like it. There's something different about her. Phil looked great. Sam looked great, but there was something different about her. I was talking to her husband. And I was like, what's it like? Like, how do you feel? Like, when she first called you to tell you she won, like, how did you feel? He's like, I didn't even believe it. And I was like, I don't know if my fiance would believe me either. He would be like, no, you didn't. No way.
I know. I was waiting for the phone call too, so I could, because you were going to buy me my Pro Blends.
I was going to buy you your Pro Blends. I promised you I would. 100%.
That's cool. I mean, again, I think it was cool, and like they started showing more of her story, and like maybe she
built her up more.
But she played the game, and like at the end of the day, as shitty as it is, you could be like, well, because there's alliances and different things. But at the end of the day, only one person's going to win.
I know.
Would you, if you got down to the final two, and they probably wouldn't be able to do this, would you sidebar with somebody and be like, whoever wins, we go half?
Yeah, so they told you that you can't do it, but I would have had a conversation post-show to be like, if I win, like, I'll take care of you. But if you win, like, I guess you can't really. I would have, like, covered my mic or something. I don't know.
I know. See, that's the thing, because you're
tough.
mic'd up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, well, that's the other thing, too. If you give somebody X amount of money, you have to pay taxes on that shit,
I know.
Too. But,
so a lot of people in the comments are like, you better be helping TJ. TJ gave you the higher number because TJ gave her 20 in the glass bridge, which made her literally foolproof. She would have been fine. And TJ also picked her first for the girls' elimination line when he chose Mai, and then they were all going to start choosing girls after that.
Yeah. She was very suspicious of a lot of people, though.
She was. So
Which
now
was
people...
TJ was... But you know what, though?
People are like, TJ, how do you feel now that you've watched what she said about you? And he's like, I'm confident in myself, and I feel very blessed to be in the situation. And
well, she felt bad after. But again, you don't know who to trust in there.
Yeah.
Also, listen, for the people who are saying you got to hook up TJ and
everyone is saying
Chad,
because Chad was like her main dude.
First of all, that's for her to fucking take care of. We don't need. I know what people are saying, but first of all, it's her money. She won. I'm sure she will.
I'm sure she will.
But you don't tell me how to spend my money. Don't worry about it. Mind your fucking business. That's what I would say.
I'm sure she will, because like she wouldn't have won that if it wasn't for. I mean, like someone could have given her a really low number and she would have been done for. There's no strategy for glass bridge. Like you got a 50-50 shot and you're jumping no matter what. So, glass bridge though, that episode pissed me off.
Glass bridge?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We didn't really talk about... We
haven't talked about any of the
from 6 to 10.
Yeah,
I just jumped right to 10.
We jumped right to 10. So 6 was about marbles. That's where you see a lot of my friends get eliminated. My friend Jada gets eliminated to Mai. Mai beat her. And you see two people, one of my other friends, Dylan and Aurora couldn't agree on a game, and then they both get eliminated at the end.
That was just maddening.
And you just see a lot of people go in that.
That's scene. Where it literally got cut in half.
Yeah. You go from 72, 73 to like 30, whatever, 32. 31, I think it was. And then fast forward through that, you get to the girl elimination line, and that's when TJ picks Mai, and all of a sudden Mai chooses Big Chad, and then all the girls are like, we agreed to choose other girls, and now I know who I can't trust, and then from there on all the women get chosen, so it's fine.
But one girl picked Phil.
Yep. One girl picked Phil. Jackie did.
And then Phil picked another girl.
Because she went up to him and she's like, please choose a girl. Like, please choose a girl. And he honored that and chose a girl. So imagine being that one kid that didn't have to play anybody in marbles, and then you get out the next morning because you didn't get chosen for stinking line. Do you remember that one kid who didn't, like, he's like, I'll be by myself. No big deal.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you get out the next morning.
Yeah, which was shitty. But even going back to the glass bridge thing, the idea was first one person each takes a
turn.
A turn. So basically it's like whoever goes first takes the first one.
Yep.
And I think, was it Chad?
Who was first?
He was at the end.
No, TJ was first.
TJ was first, and
he
picked the wrong square. So obviously you know what that square is, so you move up.
This episode is sponsored by our friends over at Be a Nice Human.
We don't agree on much on this podcast, but one thing we do agree on is our love for the Be a Nice Human brand.
Their streetwear includes hoodies, beanies, t-shirts, socks, and more to choose from with the simple phrase, Be a Nice Human.
Head over to beanicehuman.me and use the promo code HATE. That's H, the number 8, THAT for 10% off your order.
And remember, you can still be a badass and be a nice human.
Then that person has to make the choice. So the agreement was everybody will jump ahead of the next person. So you really only have to take one 50-50 shot.
Everyone agreed except for one person.
And shout out to Trey because he took 3 chances.
3 times.
It was just so shitty because it's like there's the probability. Even I think he was a few steps up. Mm-hmm. So how many were there total?
So there
10?
was 20 spot.
20.
There was 20. There was 20 people. I believe there was like 10.
10 options.
Options, okay. I believe. And where Trey was number 3. Marina she's from Boston. It was 4, and then Ashley was 5.
Yeah.
So what happened was, or no, actually, sorry, Trey was 4. Ashley was 5, and I think Marina was like 6 or something like that. Yeah. It was the 3 of them essentially.
Yeah.
And TJ goes, TJ falls. Then you have whoever the second person goes, the second person falls. And now you have Trey going. So Trey goes, he's like successful.
But even so, if there was 10 options, he started at like number 3, like square 3, like option 3.
Yeah.
So the probability of him making it all the way was so fucking low.
Slim pickings. But if they do it based on how the real game was played, everyone, like 1 would have went, probably fallen. 2 would have all the way tried to get all the way, fallen. 3, 4, like it would have just kept going until essentially one of the last few like players. So the fact that Roland had said, like it would be fair to do this, and this one girl Ashley said no. I've actually talked to her since the game. I saw her at the finale. I still don't agree with what she did. I get money's on the line and like whatever.
Yeah.
But based on that, it was the one thing that would actually have helped her because she had a lower number. Let's say Trey went and he fell. Ashley would have had to go all the way through and she would have been out too.
That's so what made no sense.
Everyone was doing her a solid by saying, let's all go once. And so Trey went and he's like waiting for her to overtake him.
Yeah.
And she would not.
And it made no sense because, again, the probability, if you look at it from this standpoint, well, I have somebody ahead of me, so if they make it, now I'm in the clear. The probability of him making it all the way was so low that she was going to have to step up. So what she did was she burnt bridges. No reason. No pun intended, I guess. But like for no reason.
For no reason.
Realistically, she was going to have to. If he wasn't going to make it, most likely.
So what she did then, after he dropped, was she did take her turn after and then expected for someone to overtake her. How are you going to expect for someone to overtake you when you didn't overtake somebody? The fact that everyone else did overtake her blows my mind. I would have never done that. Never. I would have been like, okay, keep going. Or
then there was a time limit thing, right? That was the other thing.
But I mean, like, if all of them didn't move and they all got eliminated, like, would that?
I don't know how that would have worked, but
that's what I mean.
Maybe maybe if time ran out, it would have just been the people on the board, or that person would have got eliminated, and then they have to restart the clock, maybe. So whoever's in front that's not moving gets eliminated. I don't know.
I don't know.
But when she had the conversation with Mai, and Mai was trying to explain,
I did jump,
and she was like so serious about it. She's like, well, I took my turn. I did jump. And it's like, because Trey fell.
Because Trey fell, and then you didn't keep going based on your rationale of waiting for that person to drop. Based on your rationale, you should have kept going then.
Even exactly.
You should have kept going then.
Even just to be selfish, she didn't make the right decision.
I know.
Even to be selfish.
Because it didn't make sense. Like, logistically, it didn't make sense. So you still took your turn. What was the difference between you taking your turn during your time or taking it to overtake Trey and keep one more person in there?
Right.
It was her way of getting him eliminated.
She was doing I guess the short-term version was, I don't have to because it's on you right now. Yeah. But it's like, you got to look at it.
I'll get to me when it gets to me. Like,
right. But the big picture here is you only have to do this one time. Whereas if she jumped to the front, everybody could have made her continue on.
Literally.
But there was one kid, he got eliminated in the box thing because he put the box on Mai's desk.
Elliot.
So in the bridge
and
game,
he's all like itching and he's like all nervous, and Mai was like, you're moving around a lot.
But in that game, and then there was another game that he was the one who was like, hey, if we do it this way, it's like...
sorry, not Elliot, Roland. Sorry, Roland. It was Roland, the kid with the red hair. He had braids. She used to braid his hair.
No. It was the other kid.
It was the other kid?
It was the other kid, Elliot.
Oh, yeah, because Mai put the box on Roland's desk, but Elliot put it on Mai's desk.
Right. So the bridge game, and then I think the game with rolling the dice.
Yep.
He was the one who was like, hey, if we vote for ourselves, I'm pretty sure the way I remember it was he was the one who was thinking like, all right, if one person overtakes, we all have to only do this once. And then with the dice, if we vote for ourselves, then we can.
The dice thing was another thing of just like pure chance. Pure chance. And the worst part was watching B, who was like, I'm really good at backgammon, which means that I'm really good at rolling sixes, which is great in backgammon, but awful in this game.
I know. I don't know how you do that, but I mean, she called it out.
She was like, she said it. She gets eliminated, and you could just see it in her face. Like, she knew it was going to happen. Yeah. Like, she, like, manifested that. Like, she was just like, it's going to happen. And again, it happened.
Probably because she's just so used to rolling sixes and playing backgammon that it just happened.
That sucked. And then it said to keep going until there was 3 people eliminated. My putting up Ashley, I think, was 100% fair. I think I would have done the same thing. A lot of people disagree with me, but I personally would have had everyone put up Ashley to just get her as one person out, and then have the other 2 be chance. Like, let people just roll and then, like, for themselves. But I think that was entirely fair. I don't understand.
The rationale was right.
I don't understand why people were mad with Mai being like, how dare Mai put up, like, she's losing herself in the game. I think she's being fair.
Well, yeah, because she wasn't being a team player in the bridge game, and that was her rationale. That was also, I mean, she won, so it's okay, but that was a risky move because when you
target someone,
even with the we had to enter the number and you had to put up the pictures. Like, you enter a new number, now they know it was you, so it's like now you're a target. Yeah, it is. You got to be a little bit risky in that game, obviously.
A little.
You got to take some risks.
I want you to play it. I want you to audition for season 2 so badly.
Yeah, that was the news at the end. They're doing the casting for season 2.
They just opened it up. Yep. So 2 days ago.
When does season 2 is there a season 2 of the actual show?
Yeah, it comes out, they say mid to late next year. So I'm going to say September of next year to be safe. Okay. Which means that if they opened up casting now, they're going to start filming maybe like a month or 2.
In the spring, maybe?
No, summer.
In the summer.
Because they opened up casting in May. They opened up casting in May, ended casting in like October, and then we filmed in January.
And so it's like 3 months later. So it was like 3 months of casting? Oh, no, 5 months.
So May, like June, July, August, September, October, 5 months. So if they're opening it up now, that means it'll close in May, and they'll film
in like August?
in fall.
Which means it would come out likely the following fall.
The following year, yep. Which means that potentially you don't know what games would be played in the second season because of the fact that season 2 wouldn't have come out yet. And there is going to be brand new games. There has to be. And I think they're going to be all based on whatever shows in this new season. I would love for you to do it. I want Nikki to do it. I want you to apply. I want my dad to do it and like avenge my death.
It's not gonna happen,
dude. Imagine winning 4.56 million. After seeing that, I'm like,
no, it would be dope, but
2.7. Like, that I didn't even finish that ending credit scene where it shows everyone, and then all of a sudden it shows mine. She closes the newspaper. She goes to the convenience store. She puts her thing in the ATM. It cuts to a shot of what her balance is on on the screen, and then it cuts to a shot of her face just smiling at it. It's like, I just got the chills thinking about it. Well, so it was such a cool scene.
Let's break this down, right? Yeah. Because if you win that money,
post taxes, it's 2.7 million.
Okay, that was my question.
I knew it was 2.7.
So, because even when you win the lottery,
2.7, 2.8.
If you take the lump sum, you're going to pay almost 50%. That's nothing to sneeze at. It's just the point that. So again, all these people that are like,
oh, you go to
no, 100%. But all these people like, oh, you go to hook up all these people. Relax, right? Because 4.56 is not exactly 4.56.
What you walk with. Unless you won and you live in Dubai. If you live in Dubai, you get to walk with all of it.
But she lives in the States.
She lives in the States.
So that
Virginia? Something?
I don't know what their taxes are. At least it's not fucking. Because you have to. I'm assuming you have to pay taxes to where you.
I think it's federal. Like I think it's through like.
It might
nation.
be federal. It might be federal and state though, because it's technically income. You have to probably pay both. I don't know that, but I would assume that you would have to. But again, that's why if you live in California or New York, or maybe I forget where else has high taxes, but those two, fuck no.
Yeah, that's a hard pass for me.
But yeah,
imagine you live in like New Hampshire.
That's true.
Get some land up there real quick.
I know, just change your address.
I was like, maybe I'll just get land in Dubai. And I'm like, I live in Dubai now. Yep. I have an apartment here.
I mean, a lot of people do that. A lot of business owners, a lot of companies do that.
Yeah.
They set it up a certain way.
Yeah.
It's legal. It's just, again, you're just exposing tax law.
Yeah.
You just got to know tax law.
Essentially.
But that's a lot of fucking work.
I know.
Just take your fucking taxes and I'll take the rest.
Craziness. So it's so surreal. Like, I'm like, people are going to be coming out of the woodworks for her. Like, family. Hey, Mai. I saw that you won this thing. How you been? Long time no see. You doing great. You look great. I've been
that would happen. It would happen across the board with 100%. Anybody. I know if I don't play the lottery, but if for some reason if I won the lottery, I know what I would do for people in my
circle,
like the day oneers.
Yeah,
not everybody, but the
day oneers.
You're like a day oneer though. I'd sneak you in there.
Yeah,
but like there's a core.
I was gonna say I was gonna buy you a Pro Lens.
No, yeah, there's a core group of people where I would.
Yeah, that's how I was.
Anonymously.
I went into it being like, I know, like, for you, I would help this. Like, if you need me to buy you a new camera body, like, that was going to be my thing.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, 100. A certain, like, my friend Heather, like, helped take care of, like, her school loans. Like, just certain people I knew that I was going to, like, help with.
Yeah.
Like, I had done the math out, and I was like, if I give each one of my close, like, day oneers, and Gabby being a day oneer, and my cousins and whatever, if I gave each one of you guys, like, $10,000,
yeah, how
much does that take out for me? And it wasn't anything remotely, I mean, you're still winning all this money, and I still took care of my friends. So to me, like, I was dead set on giving, like, $10,000 to each person.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, depending on how extensive the group is, I think first I would be like, maybe like hook up the rents.
Yeah. I was going to do that.
I feel like my father would go crazy if he wasn't working, but like Babs for sure. If I was like, hey, you don't have to work anymore.
She's like, say less.
she would fucking leave immediately.
So Mai said that she's buying a retirement house. I don't know what else she's doing with the money, but
nice.
Retirement house was one of them. Yeah, just crazy.
That's wild. So that's like the biggest pot on a game show. Was it the biggest winning?
It's the biggest winnings in any game show ever.
Which is kind of cool. With
the biggest amount of contestants in a game show ever.
That's what made it difficult for, again, we talked about
video wise.
It was still good, but it's like you're talking about 456 people, which how many got in the house? 2 something?
197.
197 get in the house. And it's a 10 episode, basically about 10 hours worth of, 500 plus hours.
The last episode was 45 minutes. It wasn't even a full hour. So you're seeing 9 hours, because one was like 55, one was like 45. You're seeing like 9 hours worth of episodes for. let's count.
It was like 3 weeks, right? It was 168 times 3, right?
Is that how many hours are in a week?
Yeah. Unless I fucked that up, but I'm pretty sure.
24 hours in a day, 7 days a week, 168. Yeah. 504 hours. So out of 504 hours, you saw 9.
Right. So again, there's so many, but that was the thing, like leading into 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that girl, I forgot her name.
5, 6, 7, and 8. Ashley.
The girl with the red hair.
Oh, Hallie.
Hallie. She was like a newer.
You never saw her in episodes 1 through 5.
No, and then all of a sudden she came along.
I told you that. We had a podcast episode, and I said you didn't even see the winner yet. Like
Mai was in it though.
They didn't really give her like any. She never had any single personal interviews in 1 through 5.
Yeah, she was. I just remember
they
her. They
focused
and Chad.
her more like 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
10.
But that's. I mean, again, there's just so many fucking people that. By the end of episode 5, there was still like over 70 people left. And it's like, the show's halfway over.
When they got to the circle of trust where there's 9 people, you literally did not, even really get to see Elliot, the kid that we were talking about.
Yeah.
You never saw his personal interviews, his processing. You had no idea who he really was.
Yeah.
And then Rose, which was the girl with the red hair, very curly, comes out. You never really got to see her story until that episode when she talks about a little bit. They give her like a 30-second clip of her talking about the fact that she's from Cameroon and she has like a really hard upbringing. But before that, like 1 through literally whatever episode that 8, you never saw her. Like you didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
Same thing with Glass Bridge. When you get to Glass Bridge, there's a shorter kid. His hair was like swoopy. His name is James. He dropped on Glass Bridge. He was one of the first few that dropped in Glass Bridge. No one knew who he was. He never got like a storyline. I'll show you him because he's probably, you wouldn't remember him because they didn't give him like a storyline. So it didn't even matter how far. Wait, look at how cute Rick and Steven are. It didn't even matter how far you made it in the show. If you want to see any of these pictures, just go to my Instagram. It didn't matter how far you made it in the show because of the fact that they only did like storylines strictly. Like if you got out, like Brighton, right? Brighton got out with me, and yet he had like a solid storyline because he had a villain card. Right. That was James. He was in Glass Bridge.
Oh yeah, yep. I remember him from that episode, but before that, not really. No, he was tight with Roland, I think.
Yep,
right?
He was tight with Roland, and for the girls' elimination line, when Trey was chosen by Roland, I believe, Trey chose him because he said, "My mom would kill me if I didn't choose you," because Leanne loved him like a son. He was a little baby angel, but like.
Well, there's a lot of the backstories, unfortunately, because there's so many people. But like, even up until the last episode, Sam.
Yep.
With the beard.
Yep.
Sam's backstory gets told in episode 10, and it's like so sad. Mm-hmm. But like how many other stories were out there with people but his story was like, it's just
sad.
It's sad.
When he talked about his chosen family, he really refers to like Squid Game people as his like chosen family now. Because, I mean, he says these are his words, not mine. He's like, I'm just a little gay boy from like Idaho, I think it was.
Yeah.
Like people.
Well, it's like his family was like very, very religious and just very strict.
Not accepting.
Right. So it's like, Jesus.
Yeah. I felt really bad. But I really hope at this point more opportunities come up for Phil. Was really, really upset. Of course, he put on like a smile, but I was talking to his partner, and he was of course really upset watching it back because he was just so close. So I think that even though the two of them didn't win the money, I do think like a lot of good opportunities will come their way. I'm pretty like optimistic on that. When you make it that far in a game show like that, where it's the first season of like a show like this,
there's opportunities.
There has to be opportunities.
And as shitty as it is, because it literally came down to a game of chance between you and 4.56 million, I would just look at it like, if it was me and I lost in the last, I would be like, oh man, but I would never feel like it was truly mine anyway. So I even making it to that point,
you have to think that like something greater than you stepped in. Like for me, I had no say in what boat I was in, where my boat goes. Yeah. I had no say in that. And I happened to get out on a spot called F8, like fate. Like for me at least, like I was like, there's definitely something that's just not in my control, that the universe was like, hold on, let's pull you out of this. And there's something else coming your way. Like you got the viewage that you needed. This is what you needed to do. You built your resume now. Like, we're going to remove you from this and there's going to be another door that's opening up for you. You just don't know it yet, kind of thing.
You and 455 other people.
I know.
But that's the thing. It's just like, I would not feel like it was truly mine until I actually won. So even being down to the final 2, it's like, that does suck because you were like one key away.
Yeah.
But it's like, was it ever
really yours?
I just don't know.
To grab, yeah.
Yeah, I just wouldn't feel like it was like truly mine.
Tough pill to swallow, tough cookie to swallow.
But that was the wrap. This was like a little like block recap section on the Squidward games. I know. It's very weird thinking about it and thinking about like it's all kind of over. This one, I like cried on my 3.5 hour ride solo back home on Wednesday, or technically Thursday, because
for me, this was something I was looking forward to all year. And like, this was like one of the coolest things that I ever got to do. So to me, it was like, it almost felt like I was like mourning something, like the end of something.
Yeah.
Which I think is normal. Like people, when they switch careers, like, you know, sometimes it can get emotional if you really like where you work or whatever. Like I'm mourning the end of like an era, but like I'm excited to see like what comes from this. So I'm very optimistic, but it was really cool. I'm happy you watched it.
I did. Well, yeah.
I know you had a little obligation to via me, but like I'm glad you did. I've asked you to watch a lot of things and you haven't. So.
But even still, like after you were out, I kept going.
I know.
I kept watching it.
Proud of you.
And we were supposed to film potentially tomorrow, but I banged that last one out.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. Proud of you. So this worked out.
Anyway, so season 2, maybe Nicholas will be on it.
I was like, Nick, you need to do it, and he has a great storyline too. Like, he grew up in like.
Does he want to do it first and foremost?
He said he would. He said he would.
You think so?
But I told him you should do it with my dad. Like, my dad is so strategic.
Your dad is not going to do this.
He was like, oh, it's not for me. And my mom.
I don't even know him. I haven't even met him, but I know he's not going to do it.
But he would be so good at it. It blows my mind because I'm like, so many people have been reaching out. Like James, videographer James, he was like, hey, this is like so crazy to see you on here. Like, I'm looking to apply for season 2. Like, you have any tips? And I was like, yeah, my tip is I claim 10% royalty if any of my friends make it. Here's my video. Take pointers from my video, but I claim 10%. He's like, if I win, I got you on 15. And I said, okay, cool.
Listen, he can't take those pointers because he's not a female. So there's certain thing he can't look that cute. And Rhode Island girl. You can't.
No, the thing that won them over, and one of the producers had said this, was she was like, what's your favorite time of the day? And she's like, I already know your answer because you put it on the paperwork, but I need you to say it, and we're going to film it and send it over to Netflix. And I was like, my favorite time of the day is happy hour. And she's like, what is happy hour? And I was like, happy hour is when there's half-price appetizers. In Rhode Island, there's no such thing as half-price drinks because people can't get too drunk. But there's half-price appetizers, and that's totally my thing because I love food. And she was like, yes.
That right there was Rebecca.
I know.
And you know how I know it's Rebecca?
Because my voice changed.
Your voice changed, and the way you say...
My voice is actually kind of deep.
The way you say Rhode Island bothers me in that voice. Say it again. Say it in the Rebecca voice.
Okay. Hi, my name is Camilla, and I'm from Rhode Island.
Did
I not say it?
Rhode Island. Like there's like a weird... It's like a...
Hi, my name's Camilla, and I'm from Rhode Island.
Yeah. Like you're on a fucking pageant stage.
I'm from the smallest state with the biggest heart, Rhode Island.
Yeah, and actually editing. Maybe that's why, because editing that video, I had to listen to that. Like
smallest state with the biggest heart. I said that.
Rhode Island.
Anything that I film that I'm auditioning for, I say smallest state with the big. We're from the smallest state with the biggest heart. That's like my line for Rhode Island. I don't just say Rhode Island. Did you hear that,
or did you just make it up?
No, I just made it up. So if anyone fucking coins that to shit,
you should
that was me.
That.
Small state with the biggest heart.
Honestly, that's a merch idea. Just don't steal it.
Wait.
It's a merch idea.
Can we cut this out? Shit.
Yeah, so what do I get for royalties, motherfucker?
All
right. Anyway, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Happy birthday. Enjoy those in good health.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate you.
We'll see
really sick.
What other Rhode Islanders are on season 2 potentially.
I know. I'm very curious. I'm gonna harass them.
Who do you think would be good? Side note, besides your dad, that you know, do you think anybody specific would be good?
It's hard to say. Like of my friends, like I think anyone would. I mean, it would be funny to see someone like Ian on there. To see him like as his true self, and he's obviously wouldn't be playing his character role.
Yeah. He would get voted out immediately.
Yeah. He would not
the
be
people
doing that.
outside of New England. They can't.
That. I would love to see someone like him or like Nikki, the mom from Fall River. She would be hilarious on it. But like in regards to just like doing really well, I swear if my dad would give it a shot. I told Gabby to do it. Gabby was like, my anxiety would be through the roof. And I was like, fair. But
I would love to see Brendan on there just to cause a fucking ruckus.
well, that's why I didn't say Brendan's name. Brendan's name came to mind, and I was like, he's gonna be one of the guys that gets voted off.
But
he would get voted off.
But I don't care. The TV value of the fucking ruckus would be hysterical.
If I had to guess, I would say that Margaret and Brendan are probably gonna apply for season 2. They're always like go-getters.
You think so? See, the
so
problem is the ruckus that he...
They would have to take a break from work, which would suck because...
Well,
like,
yeah.
For me, like, I get PTO, but obviously they work for themselves, so taking 3 weeks off is
The problem is
tough.
the ruckus that he would create, she might be...
She would have to, like...
She'd be like the part... She's going to have to get cut because he's going to get cut.
No, you know what they would do is people would be so in love with Margaret and like see how cute she is. They're gonna be like,
they'll give him the pass.
He potentially could stay if you can put a rein on him right now, or they'd be like, fuck it, he gets eliminated, but we'll keep you though because we like you instead.
She'd have to be like,
she would win the girl elimination line.
She'd have to be full mom grit.
Yeah,
the whole time, but it would be such good TV.
She's like that. It's just so, it would be very interesting to know how Brendan would do on a show like this.
I think the TV value of especially a show like that and a game show, I think it would be hilarious.
They would potentially give him a villain edit, which isn't great for...
It would be fucking awesome. It would be so good. I've seen him in action.
Poor Brendan.
No, it's great. It's great. I've seen him in action. I think it would be hilarious. So maybe he wouldn't win, but it would be entertaining
great
as
TV,
shit.
Though. Poor Brendan. All right.
Anyway.
I guess we'll see what happens in season 2. I would love to come back, but I doubt they would have me for, at least not in the second season, to like avenge my death. But maybe I could pull the Umbrella card. Like I was one of 7 to beat Umbrella, and I got out in a game of like that I had no control over. It wasn't even chance. Like that's chance, but that's chance that I couldn't take. Like that was a chance that I didn't make. Versus
that's fair.
Dice, like it's chance, but you're rolling it. Rocks, paper, scissors, sure, chance, but like you're throwing the hands. That was chance that I had no control over, which sucks.
All right, so then everybody else that was in that game would have to come back too.
I know.
But
I did Umbrella.
So did the rest of your boat.
I know, but I was a female that did Umbrella, and I was one of 2.
Yeah, but I think
can I pull that card? I was one of 2
sure you
females.
can pull whatever cards you want. To me, I think there's a few people that also, if you're gonna go back, then I think there's other people too that gotta go back. Phil's got to be one.
I know Phil has to come back.
Imagine that Phil comes back. Or he
like wins it all.
He might get voted off early because they're like, yeah, he already fucking made it to the end. He knows this shit too well.
100%. When you come back for shows like that, like you're a target. You're a target.
Historically that seems to be the thing.
Yeah.
If you come back again,
because you're like a OG. You're an MVP at that point.
That's right.
You know the games. You know how they work. You know how to talk. You know how to strategize. Like
all right, like Flavor of Love when New York came back.
Like Flavor of Love.
So Squid Games is comparable. No love stories though. How come they didn't? I'm like eating time right now, but
I know.
How come they didn't?
Because there were no love stories. I mean, someone I think maybe might have hooked up potentially, but I don't think so. They just cuddled in bed together. I don't think any actual hookups happened. I mean, people were too stressed and hungry and tired. Yeah, it wasn't like a love show in the way that like you could just like finish. Like we were starving.
900 people in that thing. There
was like, I mean, people would have. There was condoms. They gave us a whole drawer of condoms.
Really?
There was a whole drawer of condoms in the bathroom.
That's an element that they didn't tap into.
No, I know.
Be safe.
There was a lot that cut.
Stay safe out there.
Yeah, they didn't want any Squid Game babies is what it was. They said, F this. No Squid Game babies.
Is that that's your way of hanging up?
No.
Okay.
I'm just taking it off because my ear hurts right now.
That's okay. Well, we'll wrap this up anyway. No. So congrats on your Squidwards and happy birthday, Merry Christmas,
Merry Chrysler,
Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah. We went
Kwanzaa?
through this. Kwanzaa. We went through this on the last.
I know we did it for our actual Christmas episode, but facts. Thank you so much, Crazy Neon. We want to collab again.
Come on.
We want to collab again. We both do individually for his side project and my side project. We want to collab again. Shout out Skylar Batz. Shout out Be a Nice Human.
Be a Nice Human.
And we'll see you guys on the next one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I love that for me.
I gotta say, I hate that for me. I have to.
You have
We haven't said it in so long.
I know, it's been too long.